Hello class, and welcome to Sustainable Planning and Development, a Geography 443-543 in spring semester 2019. I'm your professor, Dr. Mark Miller. Normally I do my videos and my podcasts outdoors for better acoustics and quality, but you may have noticed if you've been in the Pine Belt, it's been raining for about the past month. So I'm going to do a little indoor work today. I have taught this course many times. This is the first time I've taught it online. And I, I think we can have a good, interesting time with it and work together as a class, and a very diverse class. I have a mixture of undergraduates and graduates. I've got Hattiesburg students. Some of them I know quite well. Some of them are new to me. I'm glad to have them all. I expect I've got some students from the Gulf Coast as well, and I hope to learn a lot more about everybody. I have some of my graduate students taking the class who are relatively new in the graduate programs, in their geography master's programs, who will be taking the course. And I have a couple of my more advanced graduate students who will be helping me prepare materials in their area of research for the class. Now, this class covers a wide variety of topics. I've got a survey for you to get a little bit of a sense of what you're interested in, and that'll help guide the directions we go in the class and what we pick and choose. There are a number of topics that I have in mind that I want to make sure I cover. One of my interests is planning, city planning, for example. And we've got some excellent examples right here in Mississippi, right in Hattiesburg. I've got an article that just came out about planning for Natchez, Mississippi. So lots of interesting things to look at right here. We will look at some international aspects of planning and development. We'll look at aspects not only here in Mississippi, but outside of Mississippi and across the United States. There's a lot of ground to cover. And the common thread, I think, when we're talking about sustainable planning and development is how do we create better places to live, better places for the local residents, or better places for prospective residents like you to attract some of the best and brightest to move to communities such as Hattiesburg, such as the Gulf Coast, other places. We'll spend some time in the developing world as well, looking at some of the challenges of the developing world and how those are different in many cases, or in some cases similar to the challenges here in the U.S. A couple of topics that I want to cover. I want to look at the role of education in development, and I want to look at tourism, arguably the biggest industry in the world today, and how those two components tie into the development process here and overseas. I'll have a variety of podcasts for you as we go through the course. I'll have a variety of readings. Most of the readings are going to be in what I call the professional or the scholarly literatures. That is, this is a senior graduate level course. And so we're going to be spending most of our time looking at the sorts of literatures, the sorts of readings that professionals look at and researchers look at, such as academic research journals, professional journals written for planning professionals, for example, like Planning Magazine. We'll look at articles out of the Wall Street Journal, which is a newspaper that's written at a relatively high level for active business people and other professionals who are engaged in business and development process. So we'll have lots of materials to work with here. We've got a project that you'll be working on, and once I'll fine tune that a little bit once I get a sense of who all is in the class and what you're looking for, and I'll give you lots of information on that as we move forward. So make sure, please, that you fill out the survey that I have for you to give me some information. Post some information in the discussion board and to share with all of the class so we can come together quickly as a class and you can get to know who all is there. And I will have regular materials available for you. I will send you email updates on a regular basis, so make sure you check your email. I'll try to update you at least weekly, probably more often than that. I will have all of the information in Canvas in terms of all of the due dates for the exams that are coming up and due dates for the research projects, which I'll tell you more about. And make sure you look through the syllabus. It's a long, comprehensive syllabus. See if you have any questions at all about the class. If you do at any point, please make sure you ask. There's a lot of ways you can ask me, but one of the most efficient ways is to send me an email. And I'll try to respond to email questions as quickly as possible. If the question involves more than a quick email exchange, let's get together. If you're in Hattiesburg, come and visit me in office hours, or we can arrange another time. If you're not in Hattiesburg, we can arrange for a phone call. But one way or another, if you have a question, let's talk, and let's look forward to a semester ahead, looking across the spectrum at sustainable planning and development.